to the judge who sentenced Lindsay back in jail. Way to go, dude! And I don't say that to be mean. I say this is what's needed to get this young woman's attention. Howard Samuels, you're an expert in recovery, the founder and CEO of the Hills Treatment Center in Los Angeles. This young lady has failed at rehab 4 times. I honestly believe this is what's needed to get her attention to save her life.
You know, Jane, without question, I mean, we're dealing with a seriously hardcore addiction here. And for somebody that, fails 2 drug tests when the whole world is watching, for her to rationalize that is she's on another planet. I mean, the denial is so heavy. So for her to go to jail without question has to break through that denial that she has. So the 30 days, great. But I'm more interested in what's going to happen afterwards. She has to go to rehab for a year without any stops in between, from jail to rehab for a year. That's what's got to happen here.
Well, the judge never seems to sentence any of these starlets to rehab for a year. I know you were telling me the other day that when you were faced with going to jail, the judge, in your case, back in the 70s, when you got clean and sober, said, hey, dude, you either go to jail for 4 years or you go to rehab for a year, because a year, it's what it takes. 22 days, which is what she just did, is not going to solve her problem.
Oh, 23 days is a joke. I mean, this is where the courts, the lawyers, I mean, they don't really get the disease of alcohol and addiction. It is a hardcore thing to change. I mean, I've spent 3 years of my life locked up in treatment centers, and I needed that. Now, so for Lindsay or anybody like her, it's a minimum of a year. That's what it's going to take here.
And Howard Samuels, I'll give you the last word, 20 seconds. That's why this is important, because this girl has an impact on kids.
You know what, Jane? Absolutely. But see, what people really have to realize is that Lindsay is a mirror of what is happening throughout this whole country. We have an addiction issue among the young, and it is serious, and it is a crisis, and Lindsay just mirrors the crisis that we're all having to deal with that have kids and families, and we better get on this right away.
Gotta leave it right there. Thank you, fabulous panel.